never heard that, but that's the origin of CAP. I'm going to look this up. I'm going to look.
There's a principle that
Right.
we have to follow.
Yeah.
We have to have.
Be true to yourself. You don't have
And when I came back, the place was a mess. So I knew I was missed.
Steve in here now.
It's incredible.
I love it.
Me
That's
too.
good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
And applying the recovery out there.
All right, welcome to the McShin Foundation's Get in the Herd podcast here in Richmond, Virginia. We want to do a quick shout out to our sponsors. Up first is the Seed Institute. Seed Institute. If you have any questions about trying to get some trainings, they specialize in trainings, and they also help individuals start their own LLCs. They specialize in startup businesses. They are minority owned as well. So reach out to them, 804-939-0541. And then next up, we have the Farley Center. That was my angel on my shoulder there. We have the Farley Center. They are a treatment center located in Williamsburg, Virginia. If you have any loved ones or anyone that needs some services for substance use disorder and or mental health, give them a call. They have a detox and they take commercial insurances. 804-638-7329. Kelly Eason is the name of their coordinator. Give them a call, the Farley Center. Thank you, Farley Center, for that sponsorship. And then up next, we have Rooted Hair Studios. They are located in Colonial Heights, Virginia. If you give them a call and mention McShin, you'll get 10% off your next hairdo. So go on, get your hair done. Rooted Hair Studio, 804-919-3851. They are located in Colonial Heights, Virginia, and they are locally owned as well. So they're not a commercial brand studio. They're locally owned. So give them a call, 804-919-3851. Mention code McShin, get 10% off. And then we have one last sponsor who wanted to remain anonymous. So we do want to shout them out for that sponsorship. They sponsored the podcast. So I don't have anything to sponsor. I don't have anything to say for them.
Lunch today.
Yes, but we do want to shout them out and say, thank you for that. And we appreciate that. And we appreciate all of our sponsors. And with that, we're going to get into our next episode.
What up? What up? Welcome to award-winning podcast, Get in the Herd. We are once again doing Women's Takeover Wednesday. Today we've got Honesty here co-hosting with me, and we have a special guest, Danni. She is one of our participants, house leaders, and she's also an Americorps member.
Yes. Two Americorps in a row.
Yes.
Americorps rocks.
Yes.
Hashtag Americorps.
All the stars start
Steve.
from Americorps.
Hashtag.
It's true.
Yeah.
The great.
The core of
Mhm.
McShin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm Honesty. I'm the CEO. I'm a woman in recovery for a long time. I don't know, 16 and a half years. May 27, 2007, McShin Rocks. I am an alum of the organization as well. We're filming a TikTok the same time as we're doing this. So that's our boy Steve from behind the scenes that makes and edits all the videos. That's good enough. That's long enough. Makes all the videos and edits and makes all the shorts. And he's a weekend staff too and does a lot with this podcast because it goes into, I will mess up the number, 787-ish.
That's close.
Okay.
Wow.
Close enough.
Jails across the United States. So Steve worked hard to make that happen. We got more jails and institutions this past year. So shout out to Steve for all his hard work.
Shout out Steve.
I don't have shoes on again because I can't fit in these chairs because I'm too short to reach the ground. So that's why I'm sitting like this with my heels on the ground. So that's all the disclosures I have and everything for today. We're going to talk to Danni. I'm going to move that so maybe it won't. Okay. Talk to Danni today about, how she got here, how has life been the past couple of years since she's been here. So how did you find McShin, Danni?
First of all, I'm jealous that you can crisscross in one chair. And you almost did it too. I'm really upset.
Oh.
I want to do it too. Let me flex. I'm gonna do some yoga. But I came into McShin through another treatment facility in 2021. And it was my favorite day. Like now that I look back on, it was the Labor Day cookout. I had been on 210 Madison. Someone came in and was like, "Hey, who wants to go to a cool cookout meeting thing?" And when I got here, I was like, I don't know what this is, but it seems really, really cool. Something about it just feels right. And I walked up to who I thought at the time was like the most biggest intimidated man ever, but I knew it was like my only chance to like figure out what this was. So it was end up being our COO, Jesse, and he was like, "You can come today." And I'm like, what is going on? I had 2 weeks clean, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on, but I stepped out on faith, and I was like, I'm gonna give it a shot and see what this is. I feel really hopeful about it. And then I, stayed for about a year here, experienced and got everything y'all gave me, a good foundation. I didn't know what I was, but I still knew that I was an addict and that I wanted to seek out some recovery or like tools to help me figure out what is my problem, like addiction and stuff like that. And then I thought I had got it all. And I was like, okay, let me just pack all this good stuff up.
I remember that.
I
Yeah.
know. Me too.
I remember doing your exit plan the first
Mhm.
time.
Yeah, I was like just certain, like, okay, I got everything. I got the year. Like I was like, that proved everything for me. And
You were going into the army.
I know.
You were.
Wait, yeah, you went to move with your sister.
Yeah,
in
my
Texas,
sister,
right?
Yeah, my
See?
sister got stationed in
I got
Texas.
some brain cells left.
And I was like, this is perfect. I get to go with my sister. I get to go to Texas. Like, come on, I'm a Dallas fan. Don't talk about us.
Boo!
Wow.
They just got beat.
I mean, at home.
It's okay.
God.
They better call their mama.
Listen, it's just this year.
1 star.
It's
Do
all
not
right.
recommend.
I understand where
Yeah.
y'all are at with us, but
No, we love everyone here at McShin.
thank you.
I just can't do that in my household.
No, I understand.
So all right, so you left here,
Mhm.
and then I remember we messaged I think a couple times while you were gone or through Facebook or something, and you healed that relationship back with your sister though, and so
Mhm.
you got that relationship and moving. So how did you end up back here?
Well,
What happened was
What
What
happened
happened
was
was.
some old behaviors popped up when I got to Texas, and like some obsessions, and then I slowly like crept into like the same addict behavior, lying, manipulating, hiding, until like it came to a point like it was about maybe less than a year.
It was like 6 months.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
months.
6
I wanna
months.
say that too.
So it was real fast. It escalated, and then it was a gratitude piece in there. I was caught. You like once I like that's how my disease worked. I won't stop until like you see me, and that happened, and I was just like, I know where I need to go. Like I was not ready, and I obviously need to put some more time into myself, and like I still don't got it figured out now that I came back, but I knew I had to come back. I did know that. And this time, like I feel different spiritually. Like I was able to like fully understand I have a disease. Like at first I was like, I get that. Like I'm like y'all. Like we have some
But I'm a
similarities.
little different.
But like, nah. But this time, like that taught me, like, nah, there's no way I can put any mood or mind altering substance in my body and think that I'm gonna be okay. At the end of the day, I'm not. It depletes my energy, who I am. Like my happiness is just like stolen away the moment I put anything in my body, and that's more valuable to me now than like partying with people who don't care about that happiness that I'm trying to protect. So I came back and I got a sponsor. I started working steps. Like I was like, what? Like what?
Like, who is
my pathway.
this?
Yeah, I stuck to a pathway, but I was also open-minded to different pathways because I needed to. When I got back, I know I needed to incorporate something for my mind, my body, and my spirit. So I started working out. I started like finding a faith-based recovery for me because I wanted to incorporate that as well. And I stuck to a 12-step pathway. So
yeah, as Danni is known for around here.
Okay.
Period. So so I'm can I unpack a lot of that? Well, a little bit of that, not a lot. So you found recovery, the pathway through a cookout that we do here at the McShin Foundation. Then you came back after that year. You lived here a year. You came back, and then you knew where the love was. So you came back to McShin. Is what I'm unpacking. So, with all of that being said, like we really strive to be like the best that we can be. We're all human. All of our staff are in recovery, some pathway, you know, as you referenced to, we do multiple pathways here at McShin, but really like showing that human that comes through our organization, that person that has a substance use disorder, like love, like true, honest love, not necessarily because you have to be here if you're court mandated, or you have to be here because your mom and dad dropped you off or whatever. We really try to be empathetic to like everyone's situations while abiding by our policies, procedures, because we are accredited and we value all of the structure of our organization. But you can have beautiful structure and have because that's what I'm segue in, like beautiful structure, but also a huge heart and love and support throughout the recovery. So as a house leader, you know, we give our house leader, they're the heartbeat here at McShin, you know, they do a lot for the organization. As a house leader, we can just unpack like, what does that mean when someone that is incarcerated or whoever's watching this, like, what does a house leader mean to you? And what do you think it means to us?
Man, for a house leader, for me, how I take it is like the first line of defense, you know, where the comfort is with the girls. Like when I came in, I had some of the greatest house leaders, this being one of them, like who was also like really stern, really about the business, bosses, but also like they gave you that sense of like, this is where we come and we share like where we are after we, you know, come home. Like you take the shoes off, you what's going on with you, you know what I mean? But I remember when I got into this, like after I came out the 28 days, like I've had great house leaders. So that was my first like identifying factor. I know what I'm not going to be doing, and I know what I should be doing.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I just wanted to bring me like my loving spirit. Like I love the girls. I love every single person who has the courage to like make it throughout the 28-day intensive program and still want to like work at this. We're hustling, trying to, you know, rebuild our lives and sustain our recovery. So that deserves like that comfort, the love, the care, and the support, and putting aside what I want, you know, for my girls. Like, what do y'all need in this house to make it feel comfortable enough for you to want to stay as long as you need to enhance your recovery? So I remember like the first thing I did was buy this little plaque for everyone to remember to show grace to each other throughout this process. And that's kind of what I carried in my leadership role. And it's just really just like going the day to day with the girls and like checking in on each other, allowing each other to be human. Like, and then we have our house meetings on Wednesday, and I do like, you know, we can do our check-ins, our feelings check, like where are we at, like what's going on, and we share a lot of things. Like, and I was surprised about that. Like, I felt like the girls were really grateful for that moment to like share that with their housemates. You know what I mean? And we were able to see each other through a passing, a death, you know, husband and wives going through things, and like children, and it was just like, it's really beautiful what we have. I say West Side is the best side. West Side, I ain't gonna throw it around. That's not good.
We have a
That's
house
okay.
called West Lake.
West Lake.
Yeah.
Lake of the West.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm like biased towards Hilliard still. I haven't lived in Hilliard.
Y'all
in
know my heart was Smith House.
Smith House?
Smith House is where I lived 100 years ago, and we still got that chain.
Steve, I hate this angle. Why do I? Thank you. Oh, the lighting on the other one was just.
Yeah, it is.
It
It's
is different.
Very.
I don't know.
It's two different
how
types of
much is. I don't
camera.
know if they're pedicure.
It's like pale, and then there was pale.
I was pale and now I'm melanated.
You know what I love about Danni?
What?
You know, Danni was my very, very first recovery coachee
Mm.
ever when I first started as an Americorps member, and
Blue
she was
champion
my
backpack.
she's been my very last recovery coachee this last year.
Oh, you got her back. That's
Yeah,
right. I remember that.
Yeah, and then right after, and with Danni, it's like I've seen so much growth in you. Like the first round, I mean, don't get me wrong, especially towards the end, especially when, you know, we were living at Hilliard, we were really close, and so you were amazing then, but you know, you definitely had some reservations, you know, and I think part of it was, you know, identifying out, just being like, you know, I'm a little different. I'm not as bad. But this time when you've come back, and you know, you were calling people while you were in Texas, and you actually came back, you know, you just came with so much humility, and you've been able to fill yourself up with knowledge and try to mold yourself into the best house leader that you can be.
Mhm.
And it's just incredible to see you stick to the business. We
Mhm.
all know, okay, we gonna love on each other. You can I'm good for a hug.
Mhm.
Okay, but baby, do your chore.
Yeah.
Okay,
Period.
you know,
Yeah.
and but to see you just have such a big heart,
Mhm.
you know, and still stick to that structure, and then it's kind of rolled over into now you are staff, and
Mhm.
Look at that.
it's just great to see because people are so used to people being very, it's all about your approach, right?
Mhm.
Your tone. Like you can be by the book
Mhm.
and people can't stand you because of how you're talking to them.
Mhm.
But I hear you, and I've seen relationships where people are like, Danny's so mean, man. Like she no other house leader is this strict.
I've
Oh my-
never heard that from
right.
about her.
And then
Never.
weeks later, the hugging.
Mhm.
Oh man, I'm so happy I'm at Danny's house. And
Yeah.
she's actually really
Yeah, everybody's
good.
mean at first,
Right.
Because you don't want to do chores. You don't want to do
Mhm.
nothing
Right.
but do what you do in early recovery.
I'm so happy they have that reaction because I'd be like, please, it's gonna click. It's gonna click. I'm not.
Yeah, but y'all have the
horrible.
cutest house. It looks like something off of
It
The
does.
Holiday.
It
You
does,
know
with
that
the-
movie.
yeah,
It's so
really
cute.
cute.
I know. I get to look out my window and see it and watch y'all.
It's like a
walk
little
across
hobbit
the street.
house. Like a
Yes,
hobbit. Yeah.
like a
Mhm.
little,
It's really
like it would
cute.
be like in Twilight in the woods with her.
Yeah.
It's
and
so
her-
cute.
Anyway, I can go down a rabbit hole in that. So, but also, like, what do you do for yourself though? Like, you know, being a house leader on the other end, the other scope perspective, it is very hard, you know, for your, you know, mind, body, soul, like you mentioned earlier, because it is a lot of heavy stuff that you're, you know, I know we went through the
Mhm.
death, you know,
Mhm.
within the house. That took a toll on you because, you know, we connected there, but also like when we come and into this field, whether we knew we were going to or not. I lived here too, and I started working here at 5 months in recovery. I didn't know. I just got my daughter back. She was 5 years old. I was trying to be a mom and no clue how to be one because I didn't have that. Like I didn't know how to do it, and so it was hard. Like. And we didn't have all of y'all back in the Wild Wild West days I referred to. Like we didn't have no female staff. That was me. And we had 3 houses. Now we have 16 and yada, yada, yada. But it was hard trying to balance. And I don't believe in balance today. But back then I was trying to balance, you know, being a mom, being a girlfriend, being, you know, this 12-stepper that had, you know, service positions out the wazoo. Like, what do you do? Because I didn't do it gracefully because it was hard back then. Again, we have a structured place for you guys to be employed, but back then it was a lot harder. I
Emphasis
promise you.
on
The
lot.
Because it was a forever ago. But like, what are some tips to people out there, like maybe other RCOs that watch this? Like, what are some tips or house leaders at RCOs like that you have where you got to like go focus on yourself that's not in this building, not at that house, or it could be, but like what do you use and what's your tools?
It's y'all. Like just like now, what you say, like when I came back this
Out
time,
of here. No, I'm just kidding. She loves it here. She really does.
This time I came back, I said I gotta listen. Like I really gotta listen and learn something. Learn to listen and listen to learn. And I pay attention to everything y'all say. Like y'all came before me and were able to get some substantial recovery time, sustained recovery.
Yeah, girl.
And so
gift card.
I listen to everything because I want what y'all have, each person, like a little bit of everything, like that wisdom, that strength, that hope. And so for me, like I take that, like getting to know women in recovery, getting to know my community, and like really being grateful that we have it is a part of my joy of like just what I do for myself.
You do a lot of gaming too. I feel like you enjoy that.
I'm gonna get to that.
Gaming like Xbox?
Oh yeah,
Or playing games with people's minds.
No.
I don't know.
I feel like
you're
that's
30
not
years
a
younger than me.
healthy.
20 years younger than me.
healthy
We got some
habit.
language. My kids come home and some language. Why I be saying stuff? I be
Play
like,
games with people.
I was listening to my 90s hip hop because I had this awesome workout. And I'm in there cooking eggs with my beats on, just talking Biggie and everything. And he comes in there and is like, what is that?
Mom, do you have the Riz?
No, and then Destiny's in my car. My daughter just turned 22. She takes over the radio because that's what they do. She's like, do you know all the y'all might know, like all these new hip hop artists, and you don't know Boozy, Lil Boozy.
You don't know who
whatever.
Boozy
No, I
is?
don't. Boozy,
Boozy?
Boozy is someone in the corner.
BOOSIEBA.
can't be Lucy. They
So,
can't
like,
Lucy. No.
Anyway,
What
talking
widow?
about like language, I'm trying to keep up with the times with my 14 and 22.
But Boozy that's not new.
I don't know. I am Biggie Pac.
It's all right.
Oh, well, cut.
Good
Good thing it's recorded.
We'll go on a hip hop rant later, but I do want to do something which I want to get your opinion about later. But anyway, you can cut all that out. I think I'm going to go viral with what I want to do.
What
I
is
just
it?
don't know if I can do it.
Now
Oh
I'm
my
curious.
God.
It
wanna
would be-
know.
I think about it like every other day on how
Wait.
awesome it would be, and then it's like, man, that's gonna take some
Is it
time.
problematic?
No, it's beautiful. It's
It's
amazing.
beautiful,
It's hilarious. It's just like, how am I gonna do it, or has it already been done? But anyway, you can edit whatever you need to there. I say some cuss words sometimes. It is what it is. So back to Biggie. No. So anyway, gaming.
Yes.
That's where we.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
just saw a squirrel.
Yes.
Woo.
No.
And we
So
are
you
not
like
playing with
video
people's
games or
heads.
games on your phone?
Video games.
So
Console.
like what you got?
I got a
Wyatt plays Fortnite.
What you got?
I got Sims 4. I
don't know. That's the people like. little
Yes,
people.
you create your own world.
What about
you-
Mario Kart? They
No,
still got that.
no. I mean, they do.
That's my type
love
of video
that.
game.
They do.
Yeah.
I used to love Mario
Yeah.
Kart, but that was like in 2000.
Listen, there's Mario Kart people, and I'm not.
Are there
So-
Mario Kart people?
Yeah. They,
Oh wow.
Yeah, but the Sims,
Cool.
no, not on Sims.
no,
no,
like
Oh.
people
Oh.
big Mario.
dress
Oh.
up like Mario.
Well,
like at the
Sims.
festivals.
It'd be cool. What if we made a McShin? Can you make
Can
a
you make
McShin
one?
I
office?
can.
But Sims is like really intelligent. Like you have to really think. Not that you can't in Mario Kart, but don't you have to build stuff
Yeah,
and like
but
come up with
anything you can
strategic
think
planning?
of, we can make it in Sims.
We
I
could
can make a
make-
whole staff, and now we
Would be
have like
so
I
cool.
ain't playing that. I ain't got time
No,
for
but
games.
it would be cool.
I
to
do it.
see.
I used to do it a lot. Like if I'm dating someone, I make them a sim. And I'm like-
Oh, so you can make us all our like avatars.
Yes,
All right.
yeah.
Well, that'll be when on your spare time.
yeah. So
And then
but
you can present it in a staff meeting.
Oh my god, yes.
it's gonna be crazy.
This
You
would
just
be
never
really
know.
great team building
Yeah.
exercise.
It's so good.
So to go back, reel it in. So to go back, you do gaming for your
Mhm.
self-care. You do a little bit of faith-based, a
Mhm.
little bit of 12-step, a
Mhm.
little bit of exercise. So you kind of
Mhm.
just do. But do you know, like, when it's time? Like for me, when I know I am about to, I don't use the word terminology burnout anymore. I
Mhm.
used to, but for my professional career in my life, I just kind of like, I know when I need to take a break, whether it's at the house, whether it's here, whether it's whatever, my phone, social media, like whatever. My mind, my conscience tells me
Mhm.
to shut the F up or put your phone away or go for a walk. Like walking for me, I mean, I exercise, I do boxing and everything, but walking is like the best I feel when you're about to like crash and burn or
Mhm.
just get outside, fresh air or whatever. What would you say are those like things that you do?
I mean, the great part is my spiritual meeting is my burn up refill moment.
Mhm.
Like I get what I need to get me through that week. I've learned that since I started going there. Like I get that fuel I need
That's
to get me through
awesome.
the week. I've had difficult moments throughout like this year, but like when they happen, like I talk to my sponsor. I cry, whatever it is,
Mhm.
but I don't use no matter what one thing and for sure. And I don't have that desire, but like I have, like, I don't know what it is, but I'm grateful for it. I have a balance. I don't burn out. And I thought that would be the case, but I'm so grateful that I can occupy my time with doing productive things that I've never imagined. That's what I fill my time with doing.
Mhm.
And I still make time for like game and crochet. I learned new hobbies.
Oh yes, crocheting is her
Crochet.
new thing.
What you make?
I
Yes.
just started crocheting.
You need to make the baby some booties. At
She
Destiny
just, she just made a
House.
blanket.
I'm making
It's
a
so
blanket.
cool.
Yeah.
For Destiny House.
I will.
You got two brand
I
new babies. You
can.
better get them some booties. It's cold out there.
Listen, I'm gonna do what I can. I'm done the beginning.
Cassidy
learning.
already asked her, "Do you know how to crochet letters into the blankets?"
We
And she
want-
was like, "Hold on now, I'm just teaching myself."
Just
Oh,
genius.
okay. So you're
Let
at the
me get
beginning.
through
So
this.
next year we'll have some booties.
Yes, I anticipate booties in the future.
Good
Give
for
me that.
Yeah. Take that out. So
Wait,
Steve.
It went over my head.
Yeah, it went.
Okay,
Well.
it's gone.
All right. So, what do you like to give to wrap it up here? Like, what advice could you give someone out there? Two parts to that. Someone that's still using that comes across this, or someone that's incarcerated that doesn't know where to go. If they go home, they know they're going to use. And then for like the other professionals out there, on how to kind of have that balance, like you referred to, so you can help even more humans as long as you're taking care of yourself.
It's so many good ones. For the person who's still using, tap into that voice. Like there was always that conscience in me that was just like, keep going. Like even if you feel like you can't stop using, but you kind of remember like you're trying to persevere and you're trying to move forward out of this situation. I don't know if you know about recovery or if you don't know about recovery, but before I even knew about recovery, someone told me like the last drink I had purchased one, I couldn't do it. And it was a reason why. And I followed that instinct. And I was like, I don't know where it's going, but I'm gonna follow that conscience that tells me like, keep moving forward. This too shall pass. And like, that goes into like, even the professional person trying to like balance everything, step out on faith. Like, my high power finds favor over my life, no matter what my decisions is today. You know what I mean? Like what I can do is try to do the next right thing in everything I do, and then favor will follow me after that. The balance will come. Everything going to feel, sometimes things are going to feel overwhelming, but that's the process, trust the process, trust it. And like, don't be always reactive to every situation. Easy does it. Be easy on yourself. Give yourself a break. Give yourself grace. And like my thing is just be grateful when you lay down at night that you made it through that day. I reflect on it every day today. So just for the day when you lay down, be like, I got through this day. This is what happened. Laugh a little bit at like your little moments, like, cause I learned that life is precious. Like, cause when I was feeling like I didn't want to live no more, I didn't imagine how I feel about living today. So like, just for the day, just be grateful that you got through it. See you in every moment. See your high power and what he doing for you or she doing for you, whatever that looks like for you, and hold on to like hope. That hope shot for me. Like and in the great words of like Shinholzer.
I know. I was like, dang.
I want a goddamn Twinkie, man. I don't know what it is in life that it's gonna look like one day, but like, I want that for me. Hold on to that, like, hope that this is just the beginning. This is how good it is. Like, it's nothing that's gonna stop me from like making sure this continues. That's what I gotta say.
So profound.
That's awesome. I'm going
So
to the bank. I'll
profound.
get you some Twinkies.
Give us some Twinkies.
Do they make them still?
I
don't
think
even
so.
know.
Oh,
yeah.
Somebody got.
I don't
the
even know.
hookup.
Last time, probably when I was using a Twinkie.
I don't want to eat a Twinkie. I want the metaphorical Twinkie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like you want the soul food.
Yeah.
You don't
No,
want the...
his name, the Twinkie and the cow pie. Do you want the Twinkie or do you want
The
eat doo-doo?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You've
this.
never heard him say that?
I'd-
I've heard it 7,000
Mm-mm.
times.
It's a classic.
You gotta go.
Oh, well, I'll
No.
make sure he comes to your office next time I see him and he comes and tells you that story.
The 3:15 meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah, that's
you gonna-
today.
You gonna hear it.
Well, thank you, Danny. Thank you, Monique. We're
Thank
going to
you.
try to pop on. If you happen to come across this, follow us on our YouTube, subscribe to our page. We would really appreciate it. Share it with your friends. There is hope out there. Women do rock in recovery.
Period.
Yeah, I just want to thank you. Thanks, Steve.
And
for
if
your
you are
time.
incarcerated and you're listening to this and you are getting released soon and you don't know where you're going, if you are in anywhere, actually, you can give us a call. And we are Recovery Resource Foundation. So if we are unable to have you come, or if we don't have availability, we will definitely be able to give you some resources. So that number is 804-249-1845.
Period.
Yep. All right. Have a good day. Get in the
Bye.
herd.